So, trig ratio can also be used when I have two sides and I'm looking for an angle in a right angle triangle. Okay? Please tell me you have this, right? So, when in a right angle triangle, if you know two sides, then you can solve for an angle. Okay? In this case, anytime you're solving for an angle, you have to do the inverse operation of the sine, cosine, and tan, which means you're going to have to do the sine inverse, cos inverse, and tan inverse. Okay? We'll look at examples of how to do that. So it's the same idea. You're going to look at your triangle. First, you're going to check it's a right angle triangle. Yes? Then we're going to continue on with the primary trig ratios. Now, you're going to look at your angle of focus. In this case, the angle of focus is not given to you. This is the one you're looking for. Okay? So in this case, that theta right here is your angle of focus. You're going to label your triangle according to the angle of focus. So, my opposite side is the 4 centimeter. And this is the hypotenuse, which it's not given to me, so I don't care about. And that means the third side is the adjacent. So the 2 centimeter is my adjacent. So in this case, I know the opposite and I know the adjacent. So then I'm going to have to decide which one of these primary trig ratios deals with opposite and adjacent. So which one deals with opposite and adjacent? Tangent. So this is what I'm going to write. Tan. I don't know what my angle is. It's called angle theta. So tan theta equals to, the formula says it's opposite over adjacent. What's my opposite?
4 centimeters.
4 over adjacent is 2. So then tan theta equals to 2. Now to look for angle theta, we're going to have to do the inverse operation. So we're going to have to do the shift tan of 2. Or the second tan of 2. So this is what you have to do. Tan inverse of 2. What do you guys get when you do that?
63.43.
63 degrees?
Yeah.
63.43 to the nearest degree, so that's going to be 63 degrees. Okay? Make sure you know how to do that on your calculator.
Can you show me after? Press on. So it's gonna be this, this. No, your thing has to be in degrees and not in radians, so we have to change that.
This sign is tan minus 1.
Each calculator
No,
is
you
different. I
can
can't.
put the minus 1. He already. Circle.
Okay, I changed it. So it says DG test. I'll try to do that. Press that. DRG button. So second, do you know just the DRG? No, just don't press the DRG.
Okay.
Has to be degree. Yeah, so second, 10.
Make sure your calculator is in degrees, guys, otherwise it will not work.
You do 2. And then press second.
Okay? All right. Second triangle is a right angle triangle. My angle of focus is theta. I know the hypotenuse, which is 12 centimeters. Do I know the opposite? No. I know the adjacent?
Yes.
Yes. So which one deals with adjacent and hypotenuse?
Cosine.
Cosine. So I will set it up as cosine theta equals to adjacent, which is 8, over hypotenuse, which is 12. What's 8 over 12?
0.666.
So all the way 6.
Yeah.
Okay? So when you find a fraction like this, you have to find it to 4 decimal place at least. Now what do I do to find angle theta?
Shift.
So it's called cos inverse. And what do you do when you get this?
Why is it 7 instead of 0.6?
Because it's 0.666666, keeps going,
Yeah.
right? So I have to round up to the 4th decimal place. So if it's 0.66666, right? I'm looking at this one because there's a 6 after it,
Mhm.
and 6 is above 5, then I have to round this up to 7. Okay, so what did you get? What did you
48
guys?
degrees.
Sorry, I can't hear.
48 degrees.
48 degrees. What's after the 48? Or what was it?
1
1/6.
So 48.18.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just making sure that the rounding is right. Because remember that,
Okay, so over there though, you did it 0.667. Why?
what do you mean why? Oh, it should be another 6.
Yeah.
Okay, set up the next question. So it's a right angle triangle. I know the opposite and the hypotenuse. So which ratio am I going to use?
Sine.
Sine. So it's gonna be sine theta equals to, the opposite is 6, and the hypotenuse is 13, so it's gonna be 6 over 13.
0.4615.
What's after the 5?
3.
Okay? So I leave it to that, and then to find angle theta, I do the inverse of sine, which means, what do you get when you do that?
27.
27? And what was your answer on the calculator? 27.4? Okay. Remember that your answer for the angle should be to the nearest degree, no decimals at all.